The work created by animators and directors in the anime industry is influenced by various sources. These sources include other animes, films, TV shows, theater productions, books, both fiction and non-fiction, and journals. These influences are reflected and can be seen in their work. Looking at classical artists, such as the classical painters, they were actually inspired by nature and depicted these themes in their work. So these are some of the sources of inspiration for artists and other such creators. Going back to the anime industry, what you will find is that people borrow ideas from these various sources, and they then build on and improve on those ideas while using them in their work. This is not just restricted to the anime industry, but also occurs in other industries as well. The anime has got some great ideas, which are primarily based on the manga. The story revolves around two cities of Scrappan City and Zalem. Scrappan City is on the ground, and Ido, Alita, Yugo, and Chiron live there. They are the main characters. Zalem is a floating city in the sky, and the idea for Zalem may have been influenced by Laputa Castle in the Sky 1986, which is a Hayao Miyazaki animated film from Studio Ghibli, which was made in 1986. Zalem is a restricted area and only the privileged can live there. People like Yugo and Chiron dream of and also strive to get there. Anything that is of value that is produced in Scrappan City, the city below Zalem, which is on the ground, is exported to Zalem, and the people of Scrappan City are not able to access those things of high quality. And the people of Scrappan City, they live off the scraps thrown away by Zalem. So there are those are quite some good ideas, and there are other good ideas like the illegal trade in human body parts and the crime that surrounds that, and how there's no real law and order in Scrappan City, and the law is maintained by bounty hunters or hunter warriors. The bounty hunters are actually called hunter warriors in the OVA. The factory sets the bounties for the criminals and also pays the bounties. And I have to mention that it is very much an adult-oriented anime, and there's plenty of decapitations and dismembering of limbs shown throughout, so it's definitely not one for the kids. The story is quite good compared to some of the other animes that can have a weak plot line. There are several plot lines that run throughout the OVAs that come together in the end in a believable and satisfying conclusion. So for this good story, I'm giving a score of 5 out of 5. The animation itself is quite good. The colors are vibrant and the characters are illustrated and painted well. But it does have a cartoony style which can detract from the overall quality of the animation. And I did do some research on this, and I found that the manga has a very similar style. So it seems that they were trying to match the style, which is understandable because obviously the anime is the OVA, the animated OVA, it's based on the manga. So obviously it has to match that style, so that's understandable. And the samples that I saw of the manga, they're quite beautifully done as well. I have to mention that as well. So for the animation, I'm giving a score of 4 out of 5. The sound effects are good and there are no issues with the recording. The sounds of the movement of the pipes that hold Zalem to the ground, the mechanical and machine sounds of footsteps and other sounds are good. Because Scrappan City is on the ground and Zalem is in the sky, Zalem is anchored to the ground with these huge pipes, and when Zalem moves, because of the gravitational pull of the moon, as mentioned in the story, it creates these sounds. So, those sounds are quite well done, and it has quite a unique sound. So those sounds and other mechanical sounds and machine sounds, they're quite well done. But I did notice that the sounds of explosions, lightning, and some collisions were somewhat lacking. And it's probably because those sounds can be difficult to record, so that would probably be the reason. Despite this, the sound effects overall they're quite well done, so I'm giving sound effects a score of 4 out of 5. The music is on point and well done, and there are no issues with the recording. The music played throughout the OVAs matched the covered themes in the OVAs, and the end song is very good. The song that's played during the credits, that's very good. I'm giving music a score of 5 out of 5 because that's definitely one of the highlights of this. The music is very well done. Going on to the voice acting, it's well done. There are no issues with the recording of the voice acting. the voices. I didn't find any issues with the recording. I reviewed both the Japanese and English dubs. Dub means a dubbed version. English dub means that it's got the English voice track, and Japanese dub means it's got the Japanese voice track for that animation. So that's what dub refers to. The voices in the English dub are perfectly suited to the characters in the anime. So whoever did the selection of voice talent on the English dub did a very good job with it, because the voices are perfectly matched. So that I have to mention that that's really well done. But the voices on the Japanese dub are not that well suited, which is what I found. Like, for example, Ido, he's got like a tough guy voice, and the Ido, the character in the anime, he's like a soft guy. You know, he's more of a soft guy. He's a doctor / hunter warrior. So he's more of a soft character rather than a tough guy. So that selection didn't really match that well. I felt that the voices who played Zapan, Gonzo, Vector in the Japanese dub, one of them would have been better suited for Ido, for example. So, I didn't feel that the voices were that well matched as mentioned. Despite this, the voice acting overall has been well done, and I'm giving that a score of 4 out of 5. This gives a final score of 4.4, which is a high score. All the elements in this OVA are well done, and this OVA is worth watching. Hollywood did a live adaptation of this manga in 2019, and I will be doing a review of that soon on this channel. These anime films were mentioned in this video: The Castle of Cagliostro 1979 and Laputa, Castle in the Sky 1986. These films were mentioned in this video: Alita Battle Angel 2019,